Hello, Internet. Just going to take a moment to take a look at these two water bottle cages that I've got on the Giant Revolt 2. I know there's a million different types of water bottle cages out there. You can spend big money on like carbon fiber ones that weigh, like a sheet of paper. You got aluminum ones that are a little bit heavier. Lots of them that are kind of in between. So I'm just going to show you what I've got here on the Giant Revolt. I've got these two plastic bottle cages made by West Biking. You can see the brand there, and it's printed, well, it's only printed on both sides of, I don't know, what do you call them, the plastic, like arms, fingers, or whatever, not even fingers, or whatever on the side, right? Come in a bunch of different colors. I think like solid black, as you can tell. I picked up the one that is a black that fades to blue. So it is a really nice gradient, a little bit transparent. They're made of PC plastic, so they are flexible-ish, right? Like I can come over here and do this number. I've seen people with videos where they advertise them where they step on them and all that, but I mean, let's be real. You're not going to be stepping on these because they're installed on your bike. If you step on them in delivery, you know what, that's your own fault, and I don't really fault anybody for breaking one by doing something like that. But yeah, so as you can tell, they are break slash kind of bend resistant. I'm not saying that they won't break, because I'm sure that they will, but I haven't had any issues with them so far. They fit a good variety of bottles, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. But before, I guess a couple more things to it. None of them have sharp corners. They're kind of they're rounded pretty much everywhere. I guess there's the sharpest part is right here on the corner, but even then I would never have a concern about anybody cutting themselves, while handling or using the bottle cage itself. Install, it's got two bolts. It's a water bottle cage, one at the bottom, one at the top. They supply their own hardware, but in my case I use the bolts that came in the frame of this Giant Revolt, and they come in pairs, right? So I think both of these were, I don't know, $8 or so on Amazon, and they're super light too. I mean, they're not carbon fiber, but I think they're advertised at 34 grams, 35 grams, like that. So yeah, they really weigh nothing. So unless you were like a pro racer looking for every little ounce, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't be interested in scooping these things up. Okay, so with that, let me grab a couple water bottles and just demonstrate fit. All right, so I'm kind of going to both ends of the spectrum. A lot of people have these bottles. They're 24 ounce, 26 ounce. I think this is a 26 ounce. Almost positive this is the Purist. Actually, it does say Purist right on the side there. Lots of people use, or a lot of companies sell these. They're actually made by Specialized. Really fantastic bottle. So I'm using this one as an example, and then the second one I'm going to use as an example is just, a regular water bottle. These are like Kirkland bottles from Costco or BJ's or where. I guess it's Costco brand, I think. So here's worst case example of my concern having a bottle and it's going to fall out, or bottle and it'll be falling out, right? I got something that's super light, like one of these, and you can see this thing's almost empty, right? And so I want to put it in here, and it just kind of falls in, but it does grip it rather well. I really don't have a concern of this thing falling out while I'm riding, unless I'm going over some super rocky sections. I just don't see that happening. So it comes in and out, slides in and out really well, or really easily, of course, because it's a narrower bottle. Now, let me actually switch this around. I'll throw it in the front cage, and this is where, if I had the choice of taking a bottle like this, I wouldn't put it in the front because I feel like it has less gravity working to hold it down in place. I would keep this bottle just in the vertical location. But let me switch over to the Purist now. So the Purist, it does slide in pretty easily, just in. I kind of made it more difficult than I had it previously on any of the others. You can see that You know, it stretches just a little and it forms a nice good grasp on the bottle. And this thing's not going anywhere. One thing I did notice though is that the little lever arm on the back here seems to be a little bit on the short side by just, I don't know, what's that, 10 millimeters? If it was a little bit taller, it would work itself up over this little indention and better secure the bottle. And you can see at the bottom there's really no additional room for it to sit. This is it. But even that said, it's not going anywhere. To demonstrate, let's go do some bunny hops. First, I'll keep them in this position, which I think if it's going to fall out, it would be with the bottle there. So. Seems pretty sturdy to me. Plastic, they're flexible, they grip well enough. I can do wheelies, I could roll over curbs, I can bunny hop. And if I wasn't concerned with the lightweight, smaller diameter water bottle falling out, I don't think you should be either. But of course, let me caveat all that. If you're gonna go bombing through rock gardens on a hardtail or a rigid bike, got a little bit higher chances of them falling out. I know this is rigid. I didn't go through any rock gardens, but I'm just saying for the normal average rider, hitting some trails, some greens, riding around town, these are pretty good cages. That's all I'm saying. For $8 for two, yeah, save that money, put it elsewhere.